I think so too. Because I think we were essentially maxing it out.
Good morning, y'all. We are loading trucks this morning. We got the sweep auger started in the bin. We have 2 trucks here. We got one loaded already, and we are working on the second one now. So we've got one load taken out of this bin since the sweep auger started now. If you remember, when we started hauling corn, it was all the way up to that little manhole right there. So yeah, we've taken a lot of corn out of this bin, and yeah, we're now working on the sweep auger. So for those of you that have never seen a sweep auger, here's how it works. So it starts over here. When you're emptying out a bin, you start by pulling into that center sump right there. There's an auger that runs along right here out into that unloading auger, which then goes into the truck. So we pull out of the center sump first. When that starts not pulling as much, then we open up. There's 3 intermediate sumps along here, and then the sweep auger starts right on the other side of those. So when you pull out a line of corn down here low enough to start the sweep auger going, then we engage that, and it starts moving along here and sucking corn in as it goes. So it'll go all the way around, suck all of this corn in, and then we just go behind it and scoop, because it does leave a little bit. So we just keep caught up with it, scooping and sweeping, and where it's nice and clean after we're finished. So by the time the sweep auger gets all the way around, the floor will be nice and clean, and it'll be ready for this upcoming harvest. Good morning, y'all. It is now the next morning. We are back to hauling corn today. So that is pretty much all we've been doing the past few days, actually the past weeks. So we are getting along pretty good though. Let me look at our chart here. We've got 54 loads done, it looks like. So we've done a lot. I haven't recorded a ton of hauling just because it is the same exact thing over and over and over and over again. So 80 times we're going to go over there and load those trucks, at least 80 times. So we are working on cleaning out our biggest bin. We got 6 loads done yesterday after we started the sweep auger. We got over halfway around the bin, I believe, and so we're going to keep going with that today. Hopefully we'll get that bin cleaned out. We still have several loads to go in there, and then we'll be moving over here. We have this bin does not have anything in it, but the smaller one behind that bin does. And then that bin has all of our beans in it. So after we get done over there, there's the bin right over there if you can see it. We're gonna clean that out, then we're gonna come home and start working over here, get all of our corn hauled, and then we'll be on to beans. So the truck should be here fairly soon. We're gonna get them loaded up, and yeah, keep going with today. It's been going pretty good so far. We've just been doing a few chores. We fed hay, did pig chores, that kind of stuff, and now we're gonna head over and start scooping out a bin. So should be fun. Not the most exciting work, but take you guys along with us anyways. We just finished the first load. The second semi is already here, so we're getting started on that. This is what we got left. We got second truck loaded, so didn't quite get it, got a little bit left, but we'll get this cleaned out on the next load and move over to the home farm and start hauling from there. All right, the truck just got back here. We've just been at home hanging out, waiting for, we got a few things set up over there. Should probably take my mask out. off so y'all can actually hear me. The truck just got back. One of the semis actually, it had an idler pulley go out. He is trying to get that fixed and he won't be back till the morning. But the other semi's back now, so we're going to get the rest of this corn loaded onto that semi, and then we need to move the auger over to the home farm and finish loading them up over there. So it's gonna be busy here for a while. It's always pretty busy to get all this cleaned off. The sweep auger comes around, then we turn the sweep auger off and we push all the rest of the corn into these sumps. So should be good, staying busy. Hopefully this goes well. Today. So truck is being loaded. It was pretty busy. The truck was here waiting, so we wanted to get the auger set up and all pretty quickly without him having to wait too long from moving it over that bin over here, making sure that was going to run okay. So we were pretty busy. Everybody was running around trying to get everything done. I didn't get a lot of footage, but we got it moved over here and set up pretty reasonable time. And now the truck's being loaded and he's gonna take that. The place closes today at 3, so he's just gonna take that load home and haul it in the morning. And then, yeah, hopefully the other truck will be back tomorrow too. So that will be good, and we'll try and get some more done tomorrow. Also, very random, but I was on my way inside and there's a praying mantis right here, so yeah. Enjoy that random clip for you guys today. Good morning, y'all. It is now Friday and we're gonna be hauling corn yet again today. I don't think you guys are gonna surprised at all by that. We've been hauling corn a bunch lately and we are getting close to the end. The end is in sight. We're on our last bin, which is our smallest bin, and the sweep auger is like gonna be starting this next load, so it's gonna go pretty quickly. But yeah, we're just gonna keep working away at that. And then today we are doing some yard work. So I am down here to weed eat at the cabin right now. We've been doing a bunch of yard work up at the house, just keeping everything in shape because that is a continuous job throughout all summer. Just especially we've been getting some nice rains this year, so it isn't quite the drought that we have been having, so we have to do it a lot more often and all that. So staying busy with that. Emma's mowing right now, and then Dad has been doing some weed eating and I've been doing some weed eating, so I'm gonna do it down here. So I'm gonna get this down here at the pond done, and yeah, should be a good day. I'll just keep you guys updated and see what happens. Give y'all a little update here. So the truck got back and we got started loading. This was the first load where we were using the sweep auger in this bin. The sweep auger in this bin is different. This is our smallest bin. It doesn't have a built-in sweep auger. We have a small sweep auger that has a motor that goes with it that we carry into the bin. We run a cord to the motor and then it runs like that. So this is what that looks like. It's definitely not as convenient, and yeah, it's a little bit more of a work to get the sweep auger started with this, but we got it started. So we got through loading the front section of the semi. With the sweep auger, it goes much slower, and you have to be easy on it. You can't really push it too hard or things will start rubbing up there and it'll overheat and it'll stop. So we were being very careful with how we did it, making sure it didn't get pushed too hard, making sure we were really babying it along in here. And so we got done with the front section of the semi. We had just moved on to the back section to get started with that, and the sweep auger stopped. So basically something shifted up there, that metal was rubbing against metal and it overheated and it just shut down, okay? And so we looked at it, it was way too hot to even start working on it at the time. So we decided we were just going to go ahead and hand scoop the rest of this load. Had about half a load left, and then after that we could work on fixing it while the truck was gone. So we hand scooped a lot, Dad and Emma and I. Dad had already been scooping some because, like I said, we were trying to take it easy on the sweep auger. So he had been scooping corn into the middle so that the sweep auger wasn't having to do all of the work. But after the sweep auger stopped, it was all scooping. So we hand scooped the rest of the load. It was a lot of work, and it starts out not too bad because you have big slopes that you can just kind of rake it down into, but by the end of it you can see it's mostly flat here, so you're having to really scoop it from the edges. Anyways, it was a lot of work, but we got it done. We're gonna look at the positives here and say that we all got a very good workout in for today. So we are done with that. The truck driver just called and said that there's a very long line down there, so it's gonna be a long time before he can get in. So he's not gonna be loading again today. He's gonna come back and load early in the morning and take that. And yeah, we are getting this down very low. We've already done like a lot of the sweep auger's work here, so it shouldn't take nearly as long to get all the way around. Good morning, y'all. It is now Wednesday morning and we are almost done hauling beans. So the last day that I talked to y'all, we were almost done hauling corn. Well, that was on Friday and the truck was not gonna come back. So we went inside, got cleaned up, got showers, and then the truck called and said that he actually was gonna come back that day. So Dad was still outside, so he just loaded the truck, and it ended up that they cleaned out that whole bin in one load. So they got the rest of the corn loaded up on the truck. He took that, and then we started into beans on Monday. But we've been able to haul a lot really quickly. So we only have a few more loads to haul, maybe 5 or 6. But we are almost done hauling, and once we get all our beans hauled, that will be it for hauling for last year's crop. And then we'll just have everything cleaned out and ready to go for this harvest. So today, this morning, the job that we're working on is getting sweet corn situated. So here's our sweet corn patch right here. We've been eating off of this lately, but it's getting mature really quickly. So we are picking all of it and we are shucking it and cutting it off the cob and then freezing it. So we've eaten a lot fresh, but now we're just gonna go ahead and process it and get it frozen with a lot of this. So we did 3 rows yesterday. We're gonna do the other 3 today, and then we have some at Papa's and Granny's house that we're gonna pick and process too. So that's the job, kind of an all hands on deck job right now. So Jocelyn and Caroline are picking. I'm gonna help Eliza shuck, and then Emma's over with Dad right now because this morning Papa went to check the pigs. He checks them before we do barn chores, and then we walk them when we get back from barn chores. But he just checks them to make sure there's nothing really wrong. Turns out there's something really wrong this morning. The well pump over at the hog houses at Papa's and Granny's house was not running at all this morning, which is what runs water to both hog houses. So that was a big problem. Dad and Emma are over there looking at that now. But we thought that it could have been struck by lightning because we got an inch of rain over the weekend, and it's been just like showering a little bit the past day or so. And there was a ton of lightning and thunder this morning, so, and like it was a lot of lightning, so that we thought it could have been struck by lightning. I'm not sure if it's working now. I don't really know. We're gonna see, but Dad and Emma are over there looking at that. And yeah, I'm gonna be helping to shuck sweet corn this morning, so we're gonna get started. Should be fun. Okay, the corn has been shucked. We got this tub full and then another smaller pan full. So that's about as much as we did yesterday again today. So we are now going to start cutting it off of the cob. We have our setup here, and I'm gonna get this done and then bag it up and freeze it. So we're gonna get to work on this. Headed inside for the day. So it turns out the place that we're hauling beans to is closing at noon today. So we're just gonna be able to load this load. He's gonna take it home, he'll haul it in the morning, and then I think they're closing at noon again tomorrow. So he probably won't be able to take more than one load tomorrow either. So it's kind of slow going. We're just slowly plugging away at it, and we'll get it done hopefully pretty soon. We only have a few more loads left in that bin, but that sweep is pretty slow going. There's not a lot to do, just a little bit of scooping, which Dad and Emma have that, and they don't need anyone else in there right now. So I'm gonna head in, and that's gonna be it for today. So we got corn processed today. We went over and did Papa's and Granny's sweet corn patch as well. And then we had some people come out and they replaced the well pump because we think it got struck by lightning. It was completely done for and it was not running at all. So we had some people come out and replace the well pump. That's going again now, so that's very good to have done. And yeah, it's been a pretty good day. We would haul some more this afternoon, but the place is closing. So we're just taking what we can get and getting as much done as we can.